Hulk Hogan, man, what a mess this guy's been recently and stuff too. He got booed out of the building on the Netflix, which I thought was hilarious. I laughed at it.
It's well deserved at this point.
For sure. Well, but he was advertised to be on the last Saturday night's main event, then canceled, saying he has family commitments, which happened to be his son's wedding. So you mean to tell me that he didn't know his son's wedding was happening on the same day, or he wasn't invited to his son's wedding until last minute, or like just everything surrounding that just seems like so suspect and weird, and only,
Well, not to mention the thing with Ventura he has, where Ventura wanted to start the wrestling union, and Hogan's the one that went to Vince, and that whole story where I don't think Jesse Ventura likes him too well. Maybe he doesn't. He realized at the last second, I'm going to have to face him. No, there's something else going on today,
Yeah, but his son legitimately did get married. So it's like, how would you, literally, your son's getting married. How do you not know that's the same day as Saturday night's main event?
That's a great point.
And it's just bizarre. Like, I mean, all this stuff with Hogan, I mean, I've heard his daughter doesn't talk to him anymore. Just sort of the strange decisions of Hulk Hogan, and it's weird because Hulk Hogan, obviously this larger than life dude, an icon of professional wrestling and stuff. But then you start to hear about what he was like even back then. It's like, this guy's kind of always been a prick. You know what I mean? He's just always been out for himself and has always kind of put himself over. And you know what I mean? I respect that to a degree. In the 80s, you kind of had to do that in certain instances. But then you just find out about what he's really sort of all about. And it's like, man, and that's why he gets booed out of the building, is everybody's kind of caught on to this now. And, he was out there trying to shill his new beer, and it's like, dude, nobody cares, man.
It's rough because, like you said, there was no one bigger to me growing up in the 80s. You had the cartoon. I had Hulk Hogan action figures. That was one of the few shirts you could find. I had the Hulk Hogan shirt. I loved Hulk Hogan. And then just the more you find out, especially, like you said, the documentaries that come out now, especially in WCW, some of the stuff he did there just absolutely helped tank that company. It certainly, I'm not going to blame him for it, because there was a multitude of things when you watch everything, but he certainly didn't help. The botched Starrcade 97 finish, where it's just time for him to lose, and he doesn't want to lose to Sting all of a sudden day of.
Right.
Oh, I don't know. He's looking kind of out of shape. I'm like, are you kidding me, man?
Yeah,
just take the loss. You've been building it up for a year to take this loss. Take the loss. That's all you got to do.
He did, yeah. Just so many questionable things kind of out throughout the years. You know what I mean? And then, I mean, and every couple years, it seems like too. Now he's born again or whatever, and it's like it just becomes this.
And then he got involved in politics, which is just I don't like that on either side. It just, because then it becomes that's the focus, whether they're a Republican, whether they're a Democrat. Because it brings a certain very loud minority from either side in that's just there with torches and pitchforks.
Right.
Now with Hogan, there's other stuff. There's the racism tapes, there's the sex tape with a friend's wife or something, and I try to avoid this stuff, but you still hear about it whether you want to or not. And you take all of it together and you're like, man, this is brutal. This is like, don't meet your heroes, his image right there, right under, or hear about him, I'd rather not know him than know all this stuff, where it's like, this is brutal.
Yeah, he's the perfect example of that. You're right. As far as don't meet your heroes with Hulk Hogan, just because, you kind of find out who the guy really is, and it's, it's disappointing. Yeah, and like I said, when anybody like that gets involved in politics, whether it's a professional wrestler or an athlete or
an actor,
I don't care, man. You know what I mean?
They're free to say it. I'm not going to be one of these guys. Oh, just shut up and dribble. You can do it. I'm just telling you, I don't care, and I'm not going to watch. I'm not going to mean tweet about it or anything. But the remote goes to a different channel. It's that simple.